never met a brick enthusiast like this. Yeah. Well, we have to remember the architecture we look at in our travels is determined by what is available in the natural resources in that region. So if there's good marble nearby, you might have marble. If there's granite, you'll have granite. If there's wood, you'll have wood. And if there's not much else,
you have clay, so you make bricks.
But tell us about that castle.
Marble Castle is the biggest brick castle in the world. And it's amazing because it took 30 million bricks to build it. And that was the capital of the Teutonic headquarters. Like, we heard about
the Teutonic Knights.
Like Templars, Crusaders.
That was their brick house.
That was their brick house. And it's an amazing, it's on the UNESCO Heritage List. And
you stand there and you can see the moat. We didn't have alligators in the water, but there's a land area that is wide open so people who are attacking can be seen from a distance.
Exactly. It's flat like a table and you can see everybody coming.
And then this wall of bricks. It's just magnificent. And who were the Teutonic Knights, Tomasz?
The Teutonic Knights were some of the Templars. So when you think of the Holy Land, this is where they were protecting the pilgrims, protecting the Holy Land. At some point they had to go. They returned to Europe, being bored, sort of looking for some ideas.
So this is a kind of a military protect the pilgrims order, and when they didn't have much to do, they found, hey, we could kind of settle in here, and they had all of this power.
We can offer our services whoever needs. So we actually invited them because we had some slight problems, but they liked it so much that they stayed for nearly 300 years.
So we can see that castle in Malborg. M-A-L-B-O-R-G.
Exactly.
Now, we've talked about the three great cities. We've talked about Torun and Malborg. I'd like to talk about beaches on the Baltics, and I'd like to talk about the Carpathian Mountains. Let's talk about the mountains first, because when I went to Poland in communist times, that's when people couldn't travel very far, and it was communist. Everybody had the same camera, everybody had the same vacation, and everybody would go to the same place, and they would just say, okay, in July you go, in August you go, in September you go. That's my sense. Everybody went to Zakopane.
Zakopane is beautiful. Zakopane is like a capital of the mountains, but it's more than Zakopane in the mountains. There's a very rich culture. There's not to mention the landscape, the food, and the culture that remained there practically intact. People wearing their traditional dresses, not maybe on every day, but we'll say every Sunday for all the family occasions. And this is not real. This is not folklore for tourism. This is a live,
This is natural
culture, natural culture. This is honest. So if you want to experience something like this, mountains is a must.
There's a northern area of Romania that's just along the border. What is that?
It is the same mountains actually, because the Carpathian Range passes through Slovakia, Ukraine, goes all the way to Romania.
And like there is like an open air folk museum also.
Exactly.
So Zakopane is where you find some very strong traditions.
Still real.
And that would be a side trip from Krakow, or what?
This is like 80 miles south of Krakow, so this is a 1 hour drive.
And what if I want to just sit on a cold and rainy beach and shiver?
Oh, come on, we still have few sunny days.
Tell me about your a beach resort on the Baltic. Tell me about that.
Yes, Baltic is cold, but we have beautiful sunny beaches, and after the storm, you can just walk down the beach and collect amber, the petrified resin, which is over 50 million years old, and if you are lucky, you can find an inclusion there. Like the biggest lizard that was found and is in the museum right now.
Like Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Like a fossil of a lizard or something. Amber is a big deal.
Yes, Gdansk is described as the world amber capital. You find it in the south of Baltic.
As a matter of fact, there's a wonderful little museum and a beautiful shops featuring amber in Gdansk.
Amber is at the corner. We have amber Ferris wheel, amber football stadium, name it, you have it. Amber altar, everything is there.
Wow. This is Travel with Rick Steves. We've been dreaming about Poland, and there's so many dimensions to it, and it's just such a pleasure to have both of you here sharing your love and your knowledge of your home country. Agnes Soroka and Tomasz Klimek. What do I say? Thank you.
Dziękuję.
Dziękuję. And I hope to see you again in Poland.
Dziękuję. Thank you for having us.
Dziękujemy.
Travel with Rick Steves is produced by Tim Patton, Kaz Hall, and Donna Bardsley at Rick Steves Europe in Edmonds, Washington. Affiliate relations are by Sheila Gerzoff. Website uploads are by Andrew Wakeling and Sherry Court. Our theme music is by Jerry Frank. When you're on a road trip, you can listen to Travel with Rick Steves on one of more than 500 other radio stations. You'll find a list of where and when at ricksteves.com/radio. Look for you again next week with more Travel with Rick Steves.